what? Shout out to AC channel. It's funny that we always talk about how, like the sister, what's her name, that died down, that got killed, stabbed to death by her ex-boyfriend, this crazy looking Brad she was dating. And you go read her ex post, like prior to that, how she was wishing for a white man in her life and she tired of niggas. That basically this black girl worship whiteness. Now, when you notice most of these divestors in this world, especially ones that get deleted by their boyfriends or guys they dating or go on a date with, like Sade Robson, the guy she was going on a date with, the one that killed her, she met him prior to that working at a bar, because she was there waiting on a client. And see, a lot of people don't know, a lot of these women, like young black women out here like Sade Robson, and a lot of them out here escorting. They don't want, the family members don't want to say shit about it. But yes, Sade Robinson and a lot of them black women that you finding up deleted, thrown over the bridge by the illegal migrant dude, chopped up and put in that wall. A lot of these black women were escorted. They were escorted, and they had a no black male policy clause. And you know, back, you know, in the day that was implemented by the pimps back in the day, because the pimps always would tell them that the black men would try to talk them down on the deal, and you basically have the knack for gab to talk a woman down, and that's why a lot of the pimps had a no black policy, no black male policy, which I tell a lot of people, to me, pimps losers, because the shit that they do to keep a pimp, white men didn't have to do. See, white men, they ain't gonna tell you, these pimps ain't gonna tell you that white men was coming in there snatching their women up. See, they ain't gonna tell y'all that shit, cause they want these colorful, goofy ass suits and shit, goofy ass clothes and shit that these pimps and shit be wearing. Oh, goofy ass shit, the clown shit they be wearing. But anyway, you will have a lot of these black women that's getting deleted by these brands. And when you have people that promote the divestment and swirling movement like Kristen Cousin and many other these divestment channels, they never tell these women to vet the white men that they are getting in a relationship with. They never tell these women to vet these men. They just tell them, you know, it ain't enough good black men around, so, you know, sometimes you gotta, you know, may have to date out your race. But they don't tell these black women to go vet the men that they get in a relationship with. And see, white guys, they know. By white guys knowing the system, knowing that they can take advantage of the system. Because I tell a lot of people, y'all think these brands be killing black women up, shit. Go look at what they do to white women. Y'all, shit. These white dudes, these white men kill and delete white women at a huge rate and get away with it. Because it's a society based for white male pathology. This is why when white men talk all that shit about black men being inherently violent, I said, I'll tell all them white dudes, go read the Iceman Inheritance. Go read the Iceman Inheritance. That's all I tell them, go read the Iceman Inheritance. Then after that, go read Mein Kampf. And they be like, what? Yeah, go read Adolf Hitler's book, Mein Kampf. Right then and there, you'll learn the pathology and the Turner diamonds. Read all that shit. You'll learn the pathology of white males completely. You'll find out that white males are the most violent motherfuckers on the planet, but they project all their violence on black men and black people when they the most violent. But like I said, they'll date these white men and not vet them. Like the sister down there in Baton Rouge. She was dating this white guy. She prayed for a white man to come. She prayed for a white man to come. And she got her what she prayed for, and then afterwards she didn't like what God, I guess what God sent her. She was dating this crazy ass white dude, and right off the bat, this dude started abusing her. So she broke up with the guy and put a restraining order on him. Well, he didn't obey the restraining order. Hit her car twice, pulled her out the car, and stabbed her up. Then, to escape accountability, this dude had another accident with another car, got out, didn't want to face the accountability and responsibility of what he did. In typical form of most white males, they want to take their own life in their own hands. It's the same thing white men do when they go and kill up their family. Instead of them facing the consequences, they'll kill themselves because they don't want to face the consequences. Like this one man, I forgot the dude's name, that had all these, he was kidnapping little children and shit, and they caught him while he was in the act of kidnapping a child, and then he let the child go. They gave him, I'm gonna show you how white folks do. They gave him, he got bailed out, and they gave him a court date. Well, this motherfucker, instead of going to court date, he just committed suicide. Cause he didn't want to deal with the consequences of going to prison, because I'm just keep it real. He know he would have got dealt with in prison. See what I'm saying? That's one thing motherfuckers don't play with in jail, is motherfuckers that fuck around with little kids. They don't play that. So, a lot of these black chicks are getting into relationships with these white men. You had a situation where a black chick took in this homeless white dude and left this homeless white dude, left her daughter in the care of this white dude while she went out to do something. And this dude brutally raped and murdered her 5-year-old daughter. This bitch up here crying to her, I didn't know he was gonna do it. Bitch, you left your motherfucking 5-year-old daughter with a strange white man. Is you crazy? You have, that's fine. That's another thing that's fucked up with black chicks. They'll put trust in any white man like a motherfucker. But you a nigga, they gotta vet you. They gotta vet everything about your ass. They gotta make sure you this, you that, you that. They are straight. Black women will vet you up and down. They'll vet you. But white boy can do all kind of shit. No wrong, because he white. His whiteness cover a multitude of sins and imperfections. Even white society gloss over the shit that white males do. They gloss over that shit. They gloss over it. You have white men that'll kill their wives and shit. Well, you seem like you're a pretty nice guy, you know, he work a 9-to-5 job, you know, pull himself up by the bootstraps, you know, he's a good guy. This motherfucker got all bodies buried in his backyard. If motherfuckers they ain't gonna even find out till the next morning. They go dig his backyard up. Oh my God, look at all these dead bodies. Look, don't let the media see this. We can't have this, because this right here make the image of white men look bad, so we can't have this. Niggas do something, nigga rob something. See, that's pathological. Niggas, they'll steal everything. Oh, he stole a motherfucker. What? He stole some motherfucker. He stole some shoes out of motherfucker Foot Locker. They'll say, I told them niggas are just pathological. And that's how white people do it. When black people do any little thing, boy, I see. White people do shit, they cover the shit. Hey, let's cover this shit up. We can't put our image out here. We already got a bad image, you know. We're just projecting on the niggers, you know, projecting on the black men, you know. Project shit on black people. Yeah, you do that. That's why when white people say shit, man, it's mere projection. Just like I told when Steve Crowder said that shit, that black people inherently violent. All that shit is projection. That white people are the most violent motherfuckers on the planet. White people the only ones did all the shit they did. All the motherfucking wickedness they have done on the planet, from basically annihilating the native from the indigenous population of this country. Then they claiming the land as theirs and shit. Even when the black people built our thriving black community, them motherfuckers burnt it down. ran us off the land that we supposed to own and took over. And due to the squatter lands back then, the squatter laws back then, those white people were able to claim their land. But white people are the only ones put a claim on land when you can't own land. This the pathology of white male pathology. 101. Like I told people, black women, they don't never vet the white men that they get with. Back to that subject, they never vet the white men. They'll vet you. See, Brad don't have to come in nothing to the table in a relationship because he's white. You don't have to come with nothing. And a lot of times you'll have black women even taking care of those white men. Yes, you'll have black women providing for the white men because it's okay for them to provide for a white man. But after that relationship ends with that white man, all of a sudden they want to do the reach back, but it comes with conditions. That reach back comes with conditions for her to get with you, black man. You gotta have a job. You gotta have a job making 6 figures or more. You gotta be tall, over 6 foot. You gotta have a 6-pack, make 6 figures, and you gotta be able to basically give up control of all your money, your assets. That's what comes with Keisha. Brad didn't have to do that because he's white. And see, now that black men see the pathology of these black women coming with that kind of mindset, black men avoid their ass. And that's why you got these black women getting up here on these panels and shit with white supremacists, because black men are not signing up for that shit they talking about. So at this, I'll tell them, yes, go ahead over the fence. I'll tell black women in a minute, go over the fence. But see, the thing is, they not doing so well over there. Black women are not doing well even over the fence when they date white men. They live in a perpetual delusion that somehow they marriage are lasting with white men when white men leaving them. You already look at Crystal Cousin. For years she was up there telling black women to get with white men, and she wasn't even married. Her husband left her. Then she dated this racist white supremacist. Like we always tell y'all, black women love white supremacist men. And the reason why they love white supremacist men, because white supremacist men have a hatred of black men. They have a hatred of black men, but they forget that hatred gonna drip down to them one day, and then that's when they start not liking them no more. After he start calling them the nigger bitch, other than having sex in the bed, he disrespected her, calling her the nigger bitch, calling they little biracial kids half niggas, because we all know biracial men don't take stock in biracial kids like black women do. They don't. White men don't. They just don't see. They just see them as some oops baby. So they don't care. They don't care about biracial kids that much, like black women do. So you'll have a lot of these black women get out of them divestment relationships, and all of a sudden now they want to talk about how racist that white man was. You had a black chick was sitting up there letting her white boyfriend say the N-word with the hard R, didn't have a problem with it. Until a white woman called her a nigger bitch and said nigger bitch, and he's a fucking loser. That's why he called him a loser. The white woman called him a loser, called her white dude a loser, and called her a dumb nigger bitch. And she gonna say, see how racist she is? And I'm glad the black dude came. I said, well, you allowed her to do it. You allowed your white husband to say shit about black men. You see what I'm saying? When a white woman called Keisha and Brad out, they look stupid. Because when Becky called them out on their shit, they don't like it. Becky called the black woman out, she said, call her a stupid, silly nigger bitch, and him a motherfucking loser, because he is. Because most white men that date black women are losers. Let's keep it real. Most white men that date black women are losers. They can do shit with black women that black women will allow that normally black women won't allow black men to do. This is what white men see with black women. They see that they can do all kinds of shit to Keisha and get away with it. Sometimes they make it even delete Keisha and get rid of it. They'll have the whole community backing them. You'll have a black woman, white guys get with black women, and basically they fall right in line behind that white man. They couldn't fall in line behind you because for the simple fact that you're a black man, they feel they don't have to follow you or take your leadership, accept your leadership. As a black man, they don't have to obey your leadership because you, as far as they're concerned, you a nigga and you just like them, and why should they fall up under your leadership no matter your status? As a black man, no matter your economic, social status, they feel black women feel that they don't have nothing, they don't respect you. Hell, all you had to do is look at how Michelle Obama treat Obama. And Obama biracial. But she still treat Obama like most black women treat black men. That's why I said, man, hey, I'm just gonna keep it real. Hey, if that's why all that Umar Johnson shit, you getting with a black queen, fuck all that shit, man. Go, if you get with a Becky or Susan or Hacienda Flores that wants your ass and leave you and treat you like a man, hey, get with that. Don't deal with these motherfucking black women that's on this kind of shit, man. Don't deal with that. Don't accept the reach back after they've been over the fence. Don't accept the reach back after they've been over the fence. I don't give a fuck. I don't accept no reach back. I find out you been over there with a Brad. Nope. Nope. I ain't fucking with you. I found you been with a Brad, and then you know that you been with a white man. Nope. Nope. Don't want you. Stay over the fence. I don't play that. And that's why I tell a lot of black men, do not date chicks that been over the fence. Do not date black women that have biracial kids. Them are not your responsibility. Y'all niggas don't want to take on a black woman that got children. By a black man, definitely don't take a black woman that got biracial kids. By Brad. Fuck no. You up there walking around with her black ass, and then you got these little biracial kids with you. You know how they look, dog? They look like you taking, damn, dog, they gonna look at you, niggas gonna look at you like, damn, you took somebody's sloppy seconds. You taking on a white man's responsibility? That's what you doing when you get with a black chick with biracial kids, dog. You taking the responsibility of some white man. And then the fucked up thing is, these chicks don't never want to put these white men on on child support. And I'm gonna tell you the reason why they don't want to do that, because they know the system. By them being white, they know the system will take the children and put the children with the father. And I'm going to show you where that went wrong at. You have black women that have children with white men, and all the white men have to do is say, I want custody of the children. Don't join because he's a white man. This is where white privilege come about with this black chick. He'll take the children and then put the black woman on child support. Well, she has to pay child support. See what I'm saying? It's the opposite. When it's a black man, you got to pay child support. You got to pay all that shit. But when it's a white man, they take the kids from the white. They take the kids, no matter what the psychological makeup of this white man, they'll still take the kids and put them in custody of the father because he's white. And see, black women know how the system works. They know it. That's why I say I don't sit up here. I hate when black women that divest and squirrel try to play dumb. Like they didn't know that white man was racist that they were with. Like they don't know the system is good. It's good against black people and black men particularly. As long as the system is rigged against us, black women don't care. That's when the system start affecting them. Then all of a sudden they want to talk about racism, systematic racism. I'm like, what? Bitch, you weren't even talking about all that when you was with that white man. All right, you wouldn't even talk about black issues, period. Or if you do, you talk about black issues to cover up the fact that you're with a white man. So you got to be pro-black. Even though you with a white man, you got to be pro-black because you got to make it look as though you still in touch to the community. No, you're not. You should be able to fence with that brand and be a part of that man's culture, you no longer in the culture no more. You done married that man. But see, that white man, he ain't gonna say shit. He'll let you be the dumb nigga bitch that you is, talking all this fake pro-black shit, be talking about black poetry and shit, up there talking about my blackness, this and that, up there ain't having none of the kids look like you. None of your biracial kids look nothing like you. Because y'all bitches hide behind pro-blackness. Y'all hide behind it. Y'all really hate yourselves. That's why I don't want to hear none of this pro-black shit from none of these black chicks. That including that Lovejoy bitch that want to talk about FBA and black immigrants not getting along. I don't want to hear nothing that bitch got to say. Because she fake. That's why when black chicks start talking this pro-blackity black shit, I don't want to hear it. Don't no real motherfucking black man want to hear that shit from you. Because it's different if you've been 10 toes down on standing on blackness, like Rashida Stroger. She could talk that shit. Because Rashida Stroger ain't out here divesting and swirling it up with no brand. She even said she don't go out like that. Chad Sade can talk that shit. Sex the Goddess can talk that shit. Fucking what's her name? Homegirl name, the other chick. I can't think of her name right now. But they can talk that shit because they don't fuck with no brand. See, they can be pro-black. But if you got a history of being with white men, laying up with white men, then all of a sudden you want to talk all this pro-black and racism shit, bitch, we don't want to hear that shit from you. Shut up. That's at that point, you grifting. See, black men, we don't do that shit. Because we know why. If we came out and did that shit, we'll be ridiculed, attacked, all kind of shit. We can't be pro-black with a white woman. The community wouldn't allow it. But black women, they can do all kind of shit in the community. They can talk about bringing a racist white supremacist to the cookout. You got black women up here dating, like I told this neo-Nazi, I must love black women. He like, what you mean? I don't know no black woman, white man, white supremacist dating. I said, shit, a whole lot of them. He said, well, them, they ain't no white supremacists. Those are just losers. And I said, you know what? My sentiments exactly, they are losers. Because they cannot get the desired white woman that they want. So they substitute you black women for that. Y'all fall into it. Y'all sit up there talking about how much y'all want a white man, how much y'all want a white man. Y'all can't stand naked. Only to get with that white man and get the wrong type of white man, then you get abused by him and get stabbed up by him and killed and shit, deleted. Don't none of the divestment and swirling women talk about that shit. Let's keep our mouth shut. All these black women getting killed by these brands. Let's keep our mouth shut and still promote black women going on the fence because we hate y'all niggas so much. We don't care if black women sacrifice their lives with those crazy looking ass brands. So yeah, these Keishas, they'll date the most pathological, murdering, killing white man on the planet. And they'll treat him better than a black man. And then when the black man get tired of their ass, if he don't delete them, they run their nigga ass right back over to black men. Up there talking about how much we love black men, how much we want black men. We love y'all black bitch. We don't want to hear that shit. Get the fuck out of here. And a black chick said, even herself, I know it seems corny yes, it is corny. It's corny as fuck. Because a lot of y'all know now in the time we living in right now, y'all know these white men getting out of control. These white men even attacking black women. Yes, these white men attacking black women because they can't attack us, come up on a random ass nigga and attack him without having a gun. White man, that's the only way they'll attack fuck with a black man if they have a gun. But then they don't know niggas got guns too. That's the one thing they don't know, we got guns too. And see, like a lot of these white men, they figure that shit out. That's why they can talk all this shit to a black man individually when they have a gun. But I bet some motherfuckers ain't gonna take their ass to the hood and talk that shit. I bet some white men that talk all that bad ass shit, big and bad with their gun on them, I bet they ain't gonna take their ass to the hood. They ain't gonna do that shit. They know their ass ain't gonna make it up out of there. They know their ass ain't gonna make it. Prime example of that, I'm gonna close out, land my plane on this one. I remember back during the end of the summertime, I think it was the end of summertime, you had a whole bunch of white nationalists, white supremacists, who decided to plan to walk through one of the surviving black communities that survived outside of Cincinnati, Ohio. I forgot if it's Clyde, Ohio. I forgot what town it is outside of Cincinnati. So you had these white nationalists, white supremacists, you did, came out with they rebel Confederate flags and shit, they neo-Nazi flags, swastika flags, all this shit to a black community, people minding their own business. Here they white ass come. Want to march, all of a sudden they want to have a march through these people community just to agitate shit. Just no different than that white motherfucker went up there to Dearborn to fuck the Arabs. They minding their own business. Here they ass coming on the Juma Friday time, we're gonna burn Qurans in front of the mosque. See how white men, y'all white folks just love starting shit. Love starting shit. But anyway, they marched their ass, called themselves marching through this black thriving community. But at a certain time of day, they planned their march during the time when children get let out of school. They planned that just so, because they said they wanted to get into the mind of the children that white people won't be replaced. Now you going here to agitate as a group of men, going to agitate a whole community on the day when children, you see these children walking, coming from school with their parents, and all of a sudden you want to have a march and the police allow it. So what happened is these white guys started marching through this, these neo-Nazi white supremacist groups start marching through the black community. Police said, well, it's their right to do so, freedom of speech. Cool. Well, they met a black resistance. Black guys, black men and women came out, threw on their Kevlar gear, put on their motherfucker, put their goddamn their AR-15s, their Draco rifles, all that shit, marched right there to meet them. And they met each other on a street. And you should have seen how the motherfucking white boys are getting their ass whooped running, getting beat with their flags and shit. They left all they goddamn flags and shit, left all that shit. They was getting their ass beat. And not only did these brothers and sisters came out with their brandishing their firearms, because they could, because they was backed by the Second Amendment. And Ohio, being a conservative state, allowed them to do so. So you should have seen how all these little white neo-Nazis and shit was running their ass off. Then not only that, they had the people come out, throw shit at them, throwing all kind of potatoes and shit. Like I said, y'all wasting the food. Y'all forgot what area y'all live. Y'all living in the time of Trump. Y'all gonna be wanting that food later. Don't waste the food. Just throw some rocks and shit at them. So they people throwing rocks and shit at their ass, and their ass ran, left all that shit. So see, that tell you right there, we ain't gonna let y'all white boys fuck with us. We ain't trying to play that shit. Just to let y'all, on that note, just to let y'all white boys know, we ain't playing that shit. Don't come trying to start trouble, it won't be no trouble. We ain't coming to y'all coming to us, fucking with us. Just like that white boy went up there to Dearborn, Michigan, fucking with them Arabs. And them Arabs, then you had one Uncle Tom bootlick nigga. Which that's gonna be another video, talk about the bootlick ass, coon ass, tap dancing ass niggas. That's up there tap dance. To me, they just as bad as the bed wenches and shit. I put them in the same category with the bed wenches. Cause that's the category they said into me. They ain't no different than the swirlers and divesters, the coon ass tap dance niggas. I'm with you, boss. I love some white folk. Oh, Uncle Tom Steven ass motherfuckers on Django Unchained ass niggas. But I digress.